Abe went to see Burns to settle things once and for all. 40 years worth of things. Back then, Abe's partner Billy had disappeared. Burns said Billy had gone traveling, and he'd never come back, as if he'd gone to heaven. Suddenly, little Homer interrupted their argument. Homer said he'd just eaten a crayon. Burns let the hounds loose to chase Homer away.
Bad puppy, no love, bad puppy.
Abe suspected Burns had done something to Billy. He was going to get to the bottom of it no matter what, but Burns made Abe a deal. When Homer grew up, Burns would give him a job.
They don't need your help. Daddy.
No matter how much trouble Homer caused in the future, Burns would never fire him.
Help!
Up to now, Homer should have been fired 742 times. Their conversation was overheard by Homer himself. That's how he finally found out why he'd always been able to stay at the nuclear power plant. Homer looked back on all the mistakes he'd made in the past.
Dad, are we having a moment? I don't think so. Oh. Okay, maybe.
All his questions were answered. Burns tried to release toxic gas to drive them away, but Abe stopped it because the Billy business wasn't settled yet. It turned out Billy had discovered that Burns' nuclear power plant was built using shredded phone books, so Abe suspected Burns had killed Billy because of that. Actually, Burns had just bought Billy off. He'd given him a pile of money and sent him abroad, a place that was like heaven. Abe couldn't believe Billy was still alive. Now he was lying on a lounge chair, drinking a cocktail with beautiful women by his side.
Why didn't you tell me you were alive?
Billy hadn't told Abe because he didn't want his ex-wife to find out. Besides, Abe couldn't keep a secret.
Remember when you told everyone my shoes have lifts?
I thought it made you interesting.
It made me seem short. Tom Cruise short. I told Agnes to wait 1 week and then tell you everything.
Agnes knew?
That's right, Abe. I was lying to you all along because you were dumb. So dumb.
All right, I get it.
Agnes wanted Abe to think Burns had killed Billy. That way, he'd kill Burns for her. Agnes had already written her name into Burns' will. When Burns died, she'd get all his fortune. Abe wouldn't stand for any violence. He quickly unloaded the bullets and the ammo.
How dare you blow the head off the bear I killed?
Ammo will die soon enough.
Have you ever seen a rat working out with a mousetrap? If anyone slacks off, it could cost them their lives. The reason they train so hard is to overthrow the world of the bears above ground. In this underground kingdom of rats, all the buildings are gnawed out by their teeth, but over time, their teeth developed problems. According to expert tests, strong bear teeth are the best substitute, so they had to risk their lives by traveling to the world of bears to collect teeth. And Celestine was naive enough to think that mice and bears were good friends. At night, she came to the bear's house. The bear was crying under the covers because he had lost a tooth. Mama and Papa were comforting him. Celestine hid in a corner and drew a picture of this beautiful scene. Suddenly, she dropped her pencil on the floor. Mama found her and screamed, and Papa Bear rushed to catch him. Celestine had to run around the room to escape. She realizes that the world of bears is full of dangers. In a moment of desperation, she picked up the bear's teeth. She jumped out of the window and into the garbage can outside. Just as he was about to leave, he was hit by another bag of garbage. Then Papa Bear blocked the exit with something heavy. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get out. Until the next morning, a hungry bear named Ernest came looking for food in the trash can. He found Celestine dying in the trash can. He opened his mouth wide and tried to devour her. Celestine waved her hand and begged the bear not to eat her because she was covered in germs. She agreed to help the bear fill his stomach and leave in exchange. Soon they agreed. Celestine took him to an underground warehouse full of candy. Ernest managed to fill his stomach. Celestine said goodbye to him and returned to the Mouse Kingdom, but he was condemned by the doctor for bringing back only one tooth. The dean kicked him out and ordered him to collect 50 bear teeth. In desperation, Celestine drilled her way out of the sewers and into the world of the bears, but she saw Ate being arrested by the police for stealing food, so she snuck up and broke the rope with her teeth. Then they managed to escape while the car was waiting at a red light. When he was free, he took Celestine to the dentist's office. He stole a big bag of teeth for her. The next day, Celestine was caught sleeping by the director of the clinic. While the director was scolding her, Celestine patted her hand. Then she opened the bag and countless teeth came out. The sight shocked all the rats in the room. The dean, who had never seen so many teeth before, happily hugged Celestine and shouted, "Hooray!" After that, Celestine became the hero of the Mouse Kingdom.
Bart lit the pyrotechnics tied to the wheel. The wheels went spinning. The wheel flew off because it was too fast. Dr. Nick was operating on a patient.
Don't worry, it's inflammable. Let's keep this our little secret.
At that moment, the sirens came. They hurriedly packed up the fireworks and hid in the house.
Here we are, 123 Fake Street, the home of Knifey Wifey.
Clancy kicked in the door and broke in. Bart and Milhouse were caught red-handed. There was enough fireworks to send them to juvie for a while. Milhouse begged them to let him go. Clancy thought about it and gave them a chance. He put a wire on Bart's body and told them to find the pyrotechnic smuggler's stronghold. Fat Tony and his men were in the caves at the time.
Knock, knock. Excuse me, my friend and I were interested in purchasing quality fireworks. Yes, we are.
Why, I'd be delighted to sell you some illegally smuggled goods.
Fat Tony, is that you? Fat Tony?
Hey,
Bart reveals himself and they hold him down. He breaks free and lights the fireworks in Fat Tony's hand. Then they took advantage of the situation and ran out of the cave. They didn't realize it was a dead end. Fat Tony's men pulled out their guns and pointed them at them.
hey!
In the nick of time, Bart found a ladder leading up, so he climbed up with Milhouse. But just as he opened the manhole cover, Marge drove by in his car.
Ow, Mom! Hurry up, Bart!
They started running through the streets for their lives. They climbed over the iron gate on the side. Fat Tony and the others were in hot pursuit. Marge follows them here. Bart and Milhouse were in danger again.
You leave those boys alone!
Marge took the robot from Lisa's bag and threw it. The robot hit the bad guys in the head. The robot started talking to them. They felt insulted. They were very angry. Then the machine malfunctioned and a spark ignited a bag of fireworks.
What the hell?
Homer realizes that the family mural of a sailboat is missing. The painting is a Simpsons icon. As everyone debates where the mural is, Bart said that maybe it was stolen by another animated show.
See about that.
Or maybe I sold it on Craigslist. Both things are equally possible.
Homer stepped out of the screen and into the world of animation at E.
Did you steal my painting? Out of the mouths of babes.
He then encountered a group of Purple Potato Bands, Homer loudly mocking their music. The musicians were furious and charged at Homer, but they were no match for Homer. Homer took a big bite of the purple potato and threw it. The purple potato accidentally ripped off the spotlight and caused a huge fire. Homer freaks out and flees into a house where a nerdy man with glasses lives. The man shows him his newly acquired painting and says it's the pinnacle of his memorabilia collection. Homer grabs the painting when he's not looking. He rushes through the flames, kicking over the dolls, and returns to Simpsons World.
Oh, I did it.
Homer gets pinned on the head by a rhinoceros, which carries him as it charges wildly and even frantically stabs at Homer with its horn dot. On this weekend, Homer takes his 2 children to the zoo. Bart is disappointed to see all the animals sleeping, so Homer picks up a slingshot and shoots at the lemurs. The startled lemur bites onto a kangaroo's tail, and the kangaroo kicks a rhinoceros out of pain. The rhino herd goes into chaos and breaks through the wire fence to run outside. Seeing the trouble he's caused, Homer quickly returns the weapon to Lisa. At this moment, the zookeeper arrives and prepares to use tranquilizer darts to control the rhinoceros. However, both Homer and the rhino have such thick skin that the tranquilizer dart bounces off and hits the lemur instead. The frightened rhino herd runs toward the exit, overturning the police cars that just arrived. The hard steel seems as fragile as paper in front of them. The police chief thinks of using an SUV to deal with the rhinos and finds Marge to seek help. Just then, the TV is broadcasting footage of Homer and his 2 children being trapped.
Identify once the rhinos spit out their wallets.
So Marge immediately agrees to help. Back at the zoo, Homer uses popcorn to divert the rhino's attention. Soon the popcorn runs out, but fortunately Marge arrives driving an SUV. The rhino herd, seeing such a massive vehicle, are all scared back into the zoo.
Get out of Harlem. There's one missing, mate. We don't find him, it'll be my ass on the Barbie.
Only the kicked rhino still won't let Homer go. It pins Homer with its horn and carries him to a construction site. After the rhino throws Homer into a portable toilet, it starts backing up to prepare for a charging attack on Homer. Fortunately, Marge arrives just in time. She crashes her car to create an explosion that attracts the rhino's attention, finally succeeding in rescuing Homer.
It's okay.